What's up, guys? Super K Sharpening. I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, but I've been really busy with work lately, but I wanted to come up with a video for you guys. This is one that I wish I could have found earlier on. It's sharpening hawkbills. Hawkbills are amazing knives. I have the Spyderco Tasman Salt here. This has the H1 steel, and as y'all can see, it's got the hawkbill shaped blade, and it's actually very easy to sharpen on the wicked edge. It basically sharpens regularly like you normally would. All you have to do is just kind of change the way that you slide the stones across the blade or across the bevel. I've already sharpened this knife before, so I have my wicked edge already dialed in on both sides with the angle. But I'm going to show y'all kind of real quickly from the 1000 grit to my strops on kind of how I sharpen it, and you can get kind of an idea on how easy these are to sharpen. Like I said, this one already has been sharpened, so basically all I'm doing is honing the edge back to where I had it. So I'll show y'all real quick how it's done. So try to keep my hands out of the way. For the stones, you just kind of come up and follow the curve of the blade. So very easy. And then you want to try to be careful around the tip of the blade so you don't roll the tip. Just nice and easy, especially with these 1000 grit stones. Let them do all the work. And this should get this knife back to where I had it. I had this knife very sharp, but the work I've been cutting a lot of saran wrap, so it dulls my knives pretty quickly. But thankfully with the wicked edge, it's a breeze to get it back to where I had it. Normally whenever I'm honing a knife or kind of resharpening, if you will, I will start anywhere from 600 grit to 1000, just kind of depending on what shape the knife's in. If the knife is super dull, in my opinion, I usually start with the 600 grit, and I go from there and progress up to my stones. But as you can see, like I was explaining a little bit earlier, you just kind of follow the natural shape of the knife. So it doesn't really affect how you sharpen, or you don't really have to change much about how you do this. The hawkbill, it used to be pretty intimidating for me. This is actually the first hawkbill that I've owned. This is one of my own personal knives, and I absolutely love it. I'm really glad that I bought one, and having it be a Spyderco, it's just fantastic. Spyderco knocked it out of the park with this one, and even that already is very sharp. I like to do some, I guess, upstrokes, just to kind of get all the scratch patterns as even as possible. Focus a little bit there towards the tip. So really with the hawkbill, the only part of the sharpening that gets affected is right out towards the tip. Everything else just kind of sharpens like regular. And that's already very sharp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe off my blade, just using a little tiny shop rag here. And then what we'll do is we'll switch from 1000 grit to the 2200 grit. So we got the 2200 grit here. I've already cleaned off the blade, so there's hopefully no stone residue or anything of that nature on the blade. Real light pressure. And we will actually strop this knife as well, and I'll show you all how to do that to where you don't cut your strops with the aggressive tip of this knife. But everything pretty much stays the same. You still do the same kind of strokes with the strops. You just have to be a little bit more attentive when you get towards the tip so you don't cut into your leather. And what I do too is when I start getting towards the tip, I'll turn the stone. So like if that's flat, I turn it just real slightly to get to the tip. Not much. You just turn it ever so slightly. Like I said, not much changes with the Hawkbill. Like I said, it sharpens pretty normal. The tip is the only part that is a little different. But other than that, it's really easy to sharpen. I went into this knife thinking, oh gosh, I'm not gonna be able to sharpen this and I'm gonna be frustrated, but it was really easy. Didn't take long at all. Real light pressure. I'm not pressing hard at all. Lighter the pressure, the better, really. You just want to let the stones do all the work. And that's already very sharp. So we'll wipe it off, and then we're gonna switch to the 3000 grit. So that's the blue side there, if that's coming up. A little dark in here, but the blue side is a 3000 grit. And same thing, real light pressure, kind of curving a little bit towards the tip. And I'm happy with that there. So actually what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna put on the ceramics. So I've got the 1.4 and the 0.6 micron ceramics. I'm gonna start with the 1.4. Always wipe off your blades, everything stays the same. Keep that as clean, keep the knife as clean as possible in between your blade swaps, or excuse me, your stone swaps. That way you don't cross-contaminate anything. And these are even lighter pressure. But same thing, you just follow the same kind of sharpening path. So just kind of come up a little bit. Let me get my hand out of the way. So you just kind of come up a little bit towards the tip, and you'll get the whole length of the blade. So I'm gonna wipe off the blade again, and then we're gonna switch to the 0.6 micron. All right, so we're gonna stop there with the 0.6 micron and we're gonna go to the strops. So for what I do for the strops is I take my main angle here and I lower it by 2 degrees. Right now I have it on 22, so I'm gonna go to 20 degrees, put on the strops, and then I'll strop it from there. First thing first, wipe off your blade as always. Then, like I said, I'm gonna drop this 2 degrees down to 20, and then we'll put on the strops here. And the strops, they're really easy. The only thing you gotta be careful at is right in this area here, because once you start to get to the aggressive point here, it can bite into the strops, but you just keep the strops going up. It's just kind of up and away like that, and you're less likely to cut them. But same thing, you just follow the path of the blade, nice and gentle. And just be careful towards the tip to keep it nice and flat when you're coming up. Even like that, I mean, I'm not cutting my strop. So as long as you're gentle, you're less likely to cut it. Cut the leather of the strop. Same thing, just like that. And that edge is perfect. It's feeling real sharp. I'm happy with the results so far. All right, so we're gonna go to my other strops here. Let's use my hand for the camera. Sorry about that, guys. I'm reaching over my camera to get my strops. I've got a little custom stone holder that my buddy built me. And let me wipe off my blade there again. And that's very sharp. So let's see if I can find a sheet of paper real quick. Got me a little loose leaf notebook paper here. So a pretty decent edge on there. Not completely mirrored, but enough for what I use this knife for. Got a little sheet of notebook paper. Very sharp. So I'm happy with the results of that, guys. Don't let the Hawkbill shaped knives intimidate y'all. They're very easy to sharpen with the wicked edge. Just follow the shape of the blade and you should be fine. Just draw the burr around the 100 grit, 200 grit, always get that going on the first set of stones and then progress them there, and just be careful on the strops. But other than that, they're really easy to sharpen. I'm really glad I bought this knife. I've been looking at this one for a while, and I was kind of intimidated on sharpening it, but I said, I'm just gonna give it a shot, and I'm very happy that I did. But anyway, guys, I'm Super K Sharpening. If you want to see any of my work, I post a lot of pictures on Instagram. I'm going to try to get back up with my video content here on YouTube. For all those new subscribers, I'd like to reach out and say a personal thank you to all of you guys that are coming and checking out my channel. I really appreciate that. I'll try to drop some new content. I got some more knives coming in the mail here pretty soon, and I'll try to get those sharpened up and I'll make a video on it. I may start doing some knife reviews. I was thinking about doing that. If y'all are interested in seeing that, or kind of what my thoughts on a knife are after sharpening or carrying them, I'll be happy to do that and just kind of give y'all a little bit of insight from that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, stay sharp. I'm Super K Sharpening. Like I said, go check out some of my work on my Instagram. It's Super K Sharpening. You'll see me. I have the Texas flag with the K in the middle of my logo. But anyway, guys, y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.